In today's tutorial, we're going to be making a padded hip tight that enhances your shape naturally. I'm going to be walking you through how to cut it, how to sew, and how to pad step by step, even if you're a beginner. It's going to look perfect, it's going to blend naturally under your clothes, and it's going to look completely like your natural hip. So let's get to class. You're welcome to Perfect Glamour Fashion. So these are the materials that you're going to be using to make the padded hip tight. All right, we're using this 1-inch foam. You can get this from the market, from people selling tailoring materials, or from carpenters or those selling foam. Okay, so it's called 1-inch foam, but it's measuring around 0.75. Then you need your hairstay. I'm using cotton hairstay. It's called close gum in some areas. You're going to be needing zip if you're not using a lycra fabric, but I'm using a lycra fabric, so I will not use zip. So I'm using a very stretchy lycra fabric. Now when you want to get your lycra, you might want to get the one that is not too stretchy, so it will help you, especially if you're a beginner. On your pattern paper, mark your start line and then mark from the start line to the length you want the tights to be. For me, I think length 18. Okay, but mark the length that you are comfortable with. Your tights shouldn't be too long so that it won't be showing when you're wearing skirts. Okay, so I'm going to mark from my waist to hip measurement. I'm using 9-inch. Okay, waist to hip. All right, you can use 9-inch, you can use 10, depending on your customer's waist to hip. I think I use 9-inch. Okay, then I'm going to square up the line. I'm ruling mine to be very visible so that you can see it, okay, but you don't need to rule yours so much like that. Now for the hip circumference, you're going to mark your hip divide plus 2. Okay, that's what you're going to be adding because of the foam. Okay, and then whatever you get, you will now divide it by 4. Okay, the way you normally do your hip divided by 4, you do hip plus 2 inches before you now divide it by 4. You get that? So whatever you get now is what you will now mark. Okay, then from your hip line, you're going to go up by 2 inches. You're just going to mark it. Okay, you don't need to square up the line. Then whatever you got under your hip line is what you're also going to mark on the waistline. That's the start line, and you're going to square up a straight line. Okay, so once you're done doing this, then you're going to mark the waist divided by 4 from that line inwards. You get waist divided by 4, and then you will connect it to the hips. Okay, then you are going to come down by the crotch length. So you're going, if you don't know your crotch length, you will sit down on a flat surface. When you sit down on the flat surface, you measure from your waist down to that flat surface. Whatever you get is your crotch length. Okay, so now I've marked my crotch length and then I extended the line. I think my crotch length is around 11.5 or so. Then you're going to divide whatever you have on that hip line, not the cross line now, the hip line divided by 4. Okay, whatever you got from the hip line divided by 4, that's what you're going to use for your crotch extension. This is how to make a short or a trouser. Okay, then you're going to use your curved ruler to connect from that 2 inches. Remember, we came up by 2 inches from the hip. You're going to connect from that crotch extension to that 2 inches. Okay, so that is it. Then you're going to measure what you have along that crotch. Everything you have along that crotch, you're going to measure it and divide it into 2. I just folded my tape to get my divided into 2. Okay, then you're going to connect that line. You're going to mark what you got on the crotch line on the length of the short. Okay, now you're also going to do your round thigh or your round knee, depending on where you measured at the length of the short. Okay, you're going to measure round it. Okay, so if the short is above your knee, you measure round above your knee. So, and then you're going to divide whatever you get by 4 and mark it on both sides of the line. Then you use your curved ruler, just the way I did, to connect it to that to the hip and to the crotch extension and to the hip on the other side. I hope you got that. If you didn't get that, just go back and you get it. Okay, then you're going to come down by 1/2 inch from your waistline. This is so that your rubber or whatever you're using as the band will sit perfectly, and then you will cut this out. I hope you are following to this extent. If you are following, type I'm following in the comment section so that I will know that I'm carrying you along as I'm, seeing your feedback. You get that? And if you are seeing me for the first time, if you are seeing my videos for the first time, welcome to Perfect Glamour Fashion. In this place, we give you sewing tutorials to ensure that you become a professional fashion designer. So do well to like this video, okay? Give it a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, hit the subscription button. Just click on that subscription and click the bell also, so that it will notify you whenever we post a new tutorial. I'm going to be posting the sewing tutorial, and if you are not subscribed, there is no way you will know when we post a new tutorial. So subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified immediately we post a new video. Okay? And to my old subscribers, you all know I love you. Thank you for always showing up and always supporting us in this channel. Okay. So for the back, I've placed the front on a fresh pattern paper, and I've extended the crotch. Okay, so for that crotch, I'm extending it by 2 inches. Okay, then on the waistline, I'll go up by 2 inches and come out and go further from that point by another 2 inches. I hope you're following. So you go up by 2 inches, and from that point you go away from that point by 2 inches, and then connect that 2 inches to the waistline. Okay, if you didn't understand what I said, just rewind and watch it. You will get it. It's very easy to do. Then you will now connect with your curved ruler from that crotch extension that you extended by 2 inches up to that 2-inch point. Okay, and then the hemline also, you extend it by 2 inches. Okay, and then you are going to connect it with your curved ruler. Okay, we're almost done with this. So this is how to do a simple short. Okay, so I'm done connecting, and then just to give it a little bit of contouring because of the fact that it's a female trouser, I will extend that my waistline by 1 inch, and then I'll connect it to that 2 inch we came up by. Remember, we came up by 2 inch from the hip line, so I'll connect that 1 inch I just came out by from the waistline to that 2 inches. Okay, once you're done connecting it, the next thing you're going to do is to, from that your crotch side, from the crotch side, you're going to come in by 1 inch. You know that we have extended this waistline by 1 inch, so you're going to take it out by coming in by 1 inch and connecting it to the crotch. You see that now? And now if you're going to be making it with a non-stretchy fabric, so you will need a zip. For the zip, you're going to come down by the length you want the zip to be. I just marked 8 inches. 8 inches is good for a zip. You're going to come out by 2 inches. Okay, this is going to be your zip allowance. This is going to help you to create your zip. Okay, that's why we're doing this. This is the space that you're going to use to create your zip. I hope you get that. Now, if you cut it like this, you're going to have issues in joining it. Okay, so you will come out from that part by 0.75, okay, and connect it to the crotch. This is going to help you to join the zip. This is going to be like your joining allowance around that zip area. Okay, so this box is your zip allowance, and this part is your joining allowance for the zip. Okay, so I'm not going to be using zip. I'm going to show you how. I will still cut it out. So this is just to help you out if you are not using a stretchy fabric. Maybe I'm making a nude skin tone colored, shorts, padded hip tights. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna head to cut it out on the fabric. Remember that the stretchy part is the horizontal part. Okay, the stretchy part is the horizontal part, not the length. The width is what we are going to use the stretchy part for. Then I notched that part that I added a zip allowance. Okay, so it's time to cut the hip pad. I'll go up from the hemline by 2 inches. Okay, and I'm going to square up a line. While you starting from the front, so I'll square up a line. Then from the, I don't like my hip tights, my pad starting from on top of my hip, on top of my waist. Sorry, so I'll come down by 1.5 inch. Okay, and then whatever I have along this hip line, I'm going to divide it by 2. So I will connect with my curved ruler. Don't make it too curvy. It's better it's pointed than it's curvy. Okay, so watch how I place my ruler. I'll connect from my that 1.5 inch I came down by to that half of the hip. See, I'm trying to make sure that it's not too curvy. Are you seeing that? Then I'll connect it to that 2 inches I came up from the hemline by. Are you seeing that now? I don't want it to be too curvy, so, and there should not be any pointy end. So I'm just going to, use my pencil freehand to make sure I eliminate all pointiness. You see that now? So with this, we are done with the front. And then very important, label. Watch how I'm labeling it: down, center front, side front, up. So make sure you put all this label. You're going to see that you will need it. Once you cut out this paper and cut out the foam, you will notice that they all look alike. Okay, now for the back, I will also go up by 2 inches. That's the way we came up from the hemline for the front, by 2 inches. From the hemline, you come up by 2 inches for the back. Okay, and then I'm going to mark out the crotch line. I'm going to make it visible, the crotch line, and then I'll bring in the pattern paper and mark the hip also. Then just the way we did for the front, I came down by 1.5 inch from the waistline. Okay, and then I'm just squaring up the hip line just so that we'll see what we're working with. I just brought the pattern paper from the front and I'm squaring it out. Okay, now from the hip, I'm going to come in by 2 inches. From the hip line, I'm going to come in by 2 inches, and then I'm going to form letter P. This back should form a letter P. You see how I'm doing it? Just watch what I'm doing closely. What you're doing should look like a letter P. So I'm going to, from the 2 inch I came up by, I came in by another 2 inch. You see that now? So I came in by 2 inch and I'm trying to form letter P. I will do this with my free hand. There is no measurement for this. Just the points that I've mentioned are the points you will come in by. Okay, and then you are trying to form letter P. Make sure no part of it is too curvy, and make sure no part of it is too pointy. You see that now? Then just watch what I'm doing closely. Once you get it, it should look like what mine is looking like. And don't go and form your own into that crotch line. Just follow the way I'm following. Just do it the way I'm doing it. I don't know how else to explain it. Just watch very carefully and do what I did. Okay? Just watch very closely and do what I did. I don't know the language again to explain it. All right. So I'm labeling just the way we did for the front, and then I'm going to cut this out. Watch how I'm cutting it. You see that? So this is what I have. You see how it's looking like letter P. All right, that's what we want to achieve. And then I'm going to proof my pads pattern to make sure both of them are the same length. I noticed that I had an excess of about 0.25, so I'll just cut that one out. It's not a problem. You see that? I'll just cut it out, and then I'm going to be cutting out the pads. Okay, and this will be the end of today's tutorial. You're just going to watch me cut out the parts, and in our next tutorial that I'm going to be posting either tomorrow or next, I'm going to be showing you how to sew this to perfection. Okay, so I want you to stay tuned. If you want me to, if you are not yet subscribed, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so once I post the sewing part of the tutorial, you are going to be the first to be notified. You see that? So watch closely how I'm cutting out the parts. This is very important. Now when you are cutting out the parts, you want to make sure that all the parts are equal, both the upper part and the lower part. Okay, and when you are placing your parts together, once you are removing the pattern paper, make sure that the sides are facing each other. Now I didn't have a marker pen. I would have labeled mine with marker, but I didn't have a marker pen. So what I did was to use pin to identify the part that is the top and the part that is the center, the side front and the side back. You see that now? So I'm using pin to identify the side front and the side back. You see that? because especially this front is usually very confusing. So I'm using pin to mark the side, the top of the pad, and then the side fronts of the pad. You see that now? So, and I'll also use pin to mark the side of the back. So I'm making sure that both the side of the front and the side of the back, they are facing each other. See, they are kissing each other. You get that now? Very important. And the next thing we're going to do is to trim out the sides of the foam. Now, the part that we're going to be trimming is the part that is not going to be that we're not joining together. That part that I put pin, we're not going to be trimming it out. That is the side front and the side back. We're not going to be trimming it. We're only going to be trimming the parts that we're not joining together. I hope you get that. Just watch closely, you will understand it. I'm going to be posting my next video very soon on how I joined it together, how I'm also going to explain further how you will trim it, okay? And then you're going to enjoy the video. You're going to make yours and you're going to show me what it looks like. I believe it's going to come out looking awesome, looking perfect, and looking very natural. Are you seeing how natural mine is looking? That's also going to be how yours is going to be looking. All right, I will see you in the next video. Okay, goodbye.